Welcome, everyone, to the Everything Show, episode 393, two-year anniversary edition. I am your host, Matrix Lord 212, and I am with Steampunk Star Raisin.
Of AmberStreet.com.
Okay, Connor Farley.
Hello.
Daniel.
Oh, hello. And I don't give a crap what anybody says. Goku would kill Superman any day.
David.
Hey guys, what's going on?
Mike D. Mike D.
Shit.
Okay.
I was going
Jacob.
to say what Mike D would say.
Well,
Yeah.
usually you say it, and he comes. He's coming.
I know. Usually.
That's his summoning.
All right.
Well, I have to say something too, Daniel. Actually, Superman is actually a god, so Superman
hold
could
on.
be a god.
You don't know. You don't know
Depends
Goku.
which
You never
version
seen
is-
Goku.
which
You don't
version
even
of
know how
Superman are you
powerful
talking
Super
about?
Saiyan is.
Oh my God, we have a fight in less than like 2 minutes.
Okay,
Start.
If it's the Golden Age Superman, Golden Age Superman
Hold
can
on.
move planets. He can move planets. so
Hold
he
on,
can
hold
have power
on,
like that.
hold on. Let's get this out of the way before any arguments break out. Quick fight.
Yes,
We want a
thank
clean
you,
fight. We want no hitting below the belt, and may the best fanboy win.
Are you guys calm now?
Yeah, me and Jacob were just talking about something. And I'm telling him. I'm telling him what's what.
What's what? What's what? Tell me what's what.
Goku
What is that from Dragon Ball Z? What is that from?
What's what? Who's gonna win? Superman or Goku?
Superman, of
Goku.
course.
Super Saiyan God Goku would kill Superman.
No, man.
We need to. Why don't we set this aside for like a random
Question:
Yeah,
Who
let's
is
just-
Goku?
This is not what I wanted the podcast to be tonight. But thank you, Jacob, for that. I do
That's
want to
okay.
say.
That's from Dragon Ball Z, right? Goku.
Yes.
Yes.
God damn, more cartoons.
No, we're not going to talk about that.
Okay,
We're
well,
not talking about
isn't
that.
his power levels over
We're
9,000?
not talking about it right now.
Next we'll be talking about puppets.
All right.
God,
Actually,
God
no,
damn, if you're
we're
gonna
not.
talk about cartoons,
We're
I'm fucking-
not. We're not. Did you hear that somebody died in Great Adventure?
Great Adventure.
Yeah. You know Great Adventure? They have the big roller coaster, like the biggest roller coasters in the world.
Shit.
Wait,
Yeah.
Six Flags Great Adventure.
Yes.
And then
Oh,
Yes.
wait. We're are you talking about Six Flags in Atlanta, where I'm from? Is that what you're asking?
No. I don't know where it was actually. I know it was Six Flags Great Adventure. I didn't really
I think
see where it was, but
I think Great Adventure is in New Jersey. I'm not quite certain if it is.
that's the one where I go to. Let me just see where this happened actually. A woman died. Hold on.
That sucks when women die.
Located in Jackson, New Jersey.
Yep.
That's where I go all the time.
Isn't Six Flags like
That's why I would keep her DNA on backup. So it can follow.
Wait, Connor, what was that?
Isn't like Six Flags like a graveyard anyway? Because loads of people have died.
Not really. There.
Unless that's been majorly exaggerated.
That's exaggerated.
Probably, yes, there have been people who died. I do know in Six Flags New England we have that Bizarro ride. It was originally the Superman ride. Someone, the lap belt wasn't secured and he fell off the ride and died. So yeah, that happened.
And there was somebody in the Six Flags Atlanta Batman ride that their hat fell off, and they crawled back over the gate to get it, and they got hit, decapitated. That was years ago, though.
Oh, great.
Oh my God.
That's
Well,
called a dumb motherfucker.
Connor, you want to read what happened? The article, you have it or no?
Me? No, I was just checking whether Six Flags Great Adventure was.
What
happened? Oh, so you're going to report somebody died at Six Flags? Is that what the news was?
Well, I want to bring this up because this happened. Well, here's the thing. The woman, the people claimed that the woman thought that something was wrong, the mother, okay? And she said, it's not going all the way down. It's not like stuck in. It's going to pop open. And the stupid,
I had that happen at Six Flags, actually, when I was a kid. I was riding something called the Great Gasp, it's like a parachute ride where you get in. It's like a two-person sort of deal, and they send you straight up.
Right.
And you like sit like so many stories up above the park, and then they slowly lower you down like in a parachute.
Right.
And the guardrail wasn't locked down completely, because I remember my friend and I started, when you're like asshole kids, you start pulling on the bar, trying to scare the other one. We pulled on it, and the fucking bar went up, and we both about shit ourselves.
Well, that's what happened with my friend. My friend, we were going up the Batman ride, and his thing wasn't locked in. It was loose, and I just smashed the son of a bitch down. I didn't realize I broke his rib. And, but the thing was, he told me he never went back because he saved his life, because that thing would have probably popped open. So he's like, I'm glad you broke my rib. I never told you. I didn't know I broke his rib. But, these people are a bunch of idiots. They get paid minimum wage, and they're like, oh, yeah, it's fine. Well, that's what this idiot told the lady.
There was a story here about 2 or 3 days ago I heard where a woman was doing repairs on a roller coaster, and some dickhead co-worker started up the roller coaster as a joke to try and scare her, and it just started, I think, before people got there in time to stop it, and the dickhead co-worker was sacked on the spot.
Was anybody killed?
No. Because they managed to get there in time.
Well,
Before the repair lady was in serious shit, but it's still dangerous, incredibly dangerous.
Well, I'm actually heading with my friends. Actually, my friends, to put it in the words they said, they're kidnapping me to take me to Six Flags on the 7th. So obviously, this stuff is very disconcerting. But I will tell you the one thing, since everyone knows I'm pretty much, I'm from New England anyway, so I go to Six Flags New England in Massachusetts. I will say that the people who work at Six Flags New England ever since the accident with the Superman ride, have taken safety very seriously on the roller coasters. I think they've reinforced that point a lot.
Summarize. Where was this? What city was this in where this person died?
I'm trying to find it now. I believe it was in New Jersey, but I can't find the article. Hold on a second. 1 second.
Can I just say, Titans, go! No, I'm kidding.
Oh, here it is.
I personally would rather skydive than do a roller coaster. I'm not a big fan of roller coasters. I've done both. I've done roller coasters and skydiving, but I prefer skydiving. Although I've only skydived once.
Oh, no, that's not the one. I found it right here. It's in Texas.
It's Texas?
I'm going to say I would never skydive.
Rosa Ayla Gona fell 75 feet after being ejected from her seat while riding the Texas Giant at Six Flags Over Texas in Arlington on Friday. The Emmys office released more details in a statement on Tuesday about the incident at the amusement park that killed the 52-year-old woman. Ayla was seated in the third row of the carts on the roller coaster and was thrown from her seat during the steep descent from the first large hill of the track, according to the statement. She fell 75 feet higher than a 7-story building and struck a support metal beam. Her body then came to rest on the metal roof of a tunnel. An autopsy showed that extensive trauma of the torso and the cause of death was multiple traumatic injuries due to her fall from the ride. The manner of death is being listed as pending further investigation and lab studies.
So this
well, obviously she died because she fell, obviously. That's just friggin' absurd.
I hate roller coasters. I've not been on a roller coaster in nearly 10 years.
Yeah, I haven't been on. I
guess, since that was in Texas, that must be the third form of government that Rick Perry must want to cut safety. Anyway, that's my drawing. Dun.
I think.
Yeah, well.
Mostly because I'm terrified of heights. That's my biggest fear. The one thing I always do whenever we're going on to a steep drop, I always make sure, it's subconscious at this point, that I wrap my arms around the lap bar. So that way, even if it did, God forbid, come loose, I'm not going anywhere.
Well, I used to love going on the biggest roller coasters at Great Adventure. I used to like to try to sit in the front friggin' row because I'm a nut job.
Actually,
I haven't done that in ages, though.
Roller coasters make me nauseous. I've just never been a big fan of roller coasters, and for some reason, when I went skydiving, it didn't make me nauseous. I don't know why.
Wow.
Did you know, Matrix, that the front of the roller coaster technically isn't the craziest part of the train?
What is it? The last car?
Yep, because all that whiplash gets focused right on you.
Oh crap!
The last roller coaster I went actually was in America. It was has anyone been to Universal Studios?
Oh yeah.
The Mummy ride thing.
Oh god.
And like halfway through, you lose the track, and it's like the scariest thing I've ever been on. And I've hated roller coasters ever since. It's like the notion that you're going really high, and then you think subconsciously that you're gonna fall. Like there's absolutely no way in hell that you'll stay on the track at some point. You'll probably fall.
Oh my god. Yeah.
You know, like because I don't trust safety like that. It just seems too what's the word? Primitive. Like it's not really that safe. But it obviously is. It's just me telling myself that because it's just subconscious.
I usually don't even go on wooden roller coasters because of that. Because you hear them, you hear the wood supports creaking and all that and shaking.
Yeah.
And I usually, that's why I only stick to steel roller coasters.
I remember like this one roller coaster. I think it was Rolling Thunder. That was like one of the oldest, or something like that. I thought I felt like I was gonna fall out of that friggin' thing, regardless of like the stuff in there. And I'm like, honestly, I haven't been to Great Adventure in over 10 years. I think.
Yeah, the worst feeling in the world is when they put you in a car next to a person who has a much bigger waistline than yours. So when the lap bar is lowered, there is a good few inches between where your waist is and the lap bar. Needless to say, at one ride, I almost got thrown out. That's why I had to do the aforementioned wrapping of the arms around the lap bar.
Right. Mike D, have you ever gone on roller coasters?
Yeah, I was going to say, if you wanted to have some fun, go to the Stratosphere in Las Vegas. They have a roller coaster that you basically just sit in it, and then they tilt it down and forward off the side of the building, and you, just free fall on a track, and it just stops. And you hope that the brakes engage, because you're looking straight down. You're about, 20 to 30 stories up in the air.
Bloody hell. I couldn't go on that.
Yeah, I mean, Google that. Google it, Stratosphere roller coaster ride. Just look at it, and you'll, be like, fuck no, I'm not gonna on that thing.
Right.
It's crazy. I mean, because it's open all around you.
Holy shit.
It's like you're just looking straight down, and then they engage the clamps, and you just start going. You drop, about 20 or 30 feet, and then you just stop right at the edge of it, and there's nothing below you.
I mean...
Why is that roller coaster even legal, to be honest? 'Cause that looks so dangerous.
I love roller coasters. I wouldn't get on that one. I'm pretty crazy, but I'm not that fucking crazy.
I mean, I've been on, I think the first Batman, the second Batman one, the Viper, the friggin', the one that went backwards. Then it was, oh my god, there's so many different ones I went on. I haven't been on anything new, though. But I wouldn't have, punk kids, teenagers, minimum wage being charged with the safety of a ride, obviously. They should have some type of age requirement
for that.
Well,
I'm going to disagree with you on that. First of all, I think there should be punishment for the person who didn't bother to check it.
Well, that person's destroyed for the rest of his life, or her life, whatever.
I totally agree with you that it should be age restricted. You shouldn't be having novices operating a roller coaster.
Right. Absolutely.
I totally agree with you on that. But as far as punishment's concerned for the individual who failed to notice the safety bar, I would press charges if I.
Absolutely. In fact, it just flat out said nothing's wrong with it, just to get him on the ride, which is bullshit. So now this person is dead.
Well, they do that.
Wake the F up. I know, but now you just lost a lot of money now.
Well, it's like we have an amusement park over here called Alton Towers, which we had there was a huge, big accident there, like 4 or 5 weeks ago, where I think 2 people had to have legs amputated
My
below
God.
the knee.
God damn.
And
Jesus.
and they've predicted that they're going to lose. I think it's £45 million in business,
Wow.
Oh, wow.
and it's going to take them 18 months to recover.
Oh my
So
God.
they're gonna pull out all the stops to get every little bit of cash they can. So I think it's the same with that, really, to be honest.
I
Did
got a
you guys-
little. I got a pick real quick here for you, just to give you an idea.
I'm looking at a video right now of
Here-
this
here
gas
you go.
channel.
Yeah.
Wait, hold on.
The,
Oh my
Oh,
god!
wait, David, don't watch that. Did you watch it, David? Don't watch that video I sent you.
No, I didn't see anything.
Okay. Let me see what this is, Mike D. Oh, wow. That's scary.
Yeah, that's the one. That's the picture I saw.
yeah, but
That's
wait a
scary.
minute. Wait a minute. That's it in its upright position. That's how you go out on it. It actually backs up and then it drops straight down
Oh,
at
my
an
God.
angle to where it's pointed more towards the ground, and then it just like you just slide down to where like the last guy in the last seat is at the very end of that plank. Everybody else is over the side of it, and you see how high it is up.
Oh, my God.
You know what you say when you get on that? Shit.
That's full of potential death risks. I think yeah. You can
my
point
God.
out a million safety problems with that, probably.
Okay, I'm gonna ask you guys a question.
Hold on. No, Jacob. Hold on a second. One
Okay.
second before we do that. Now, there was something else that happened today. Well, I found the news today, and there was a video I put on the chat here. I suggest you don't watch it. If you have to watch it, okay. But in this video, a mother with her little child is going up an escalator in China, and something goes wrong where she falls through the escalator, and the escalator eats her and kills her.
Bloody hell!
Chops her up, and she is able to throw her child to strangers on the top right before she dies. And they're just watching her die and getting chewed up.
I can't watch that. No.
That's just ridiculous.
I'll watch it after, just because I'm intrigued.
That is just unbelievable. I watched it. I didn't even know I was going to be watching that. And my
That's
mouth was like, oh my God.
That's some Final Destination shit right there.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely some crazy shit like that. That kid went flying, but he lived, and his mother, at 30 years of age, is dead.
Shit. That's gonna suck to know you got fucking killed by a damn escalator. I mean, come on.
That's bad. That's disgusting. But
That's-
shame on that company for freaking
I thought it said elevator.
no escalator.
Yeah,
Escalator.
the automated stair things. Yeah.
Yes. Oh, you don't have those in the UK?
No, we have them, but I was just
Oh.
I was
What are they
just
called over there?
escalators.
Okay.
The funny thing is, Connor, you're not the only one. The funny thing is, Connor, you're not the only one who read that first as elevator.
I read it as elevator. Yeah. I
I
did.
heard
okay.
elevator too.
Yeah. That's really some crazy shit.
Where's the link at? I want to see this bitch get chewed up.
Oh no, that's fucked up.
That's
so
wrong.
fucked up.
That's bad taste.
Crazy bastard. All right.
Well,
then.
hey, you're the one posted the motherfucker.
Yeah, well, not for the whole world to see, just for us to see. But
Well,
shit.
for entertainment value, I mean, Jesus. I
Oh.
don't fucking care.
Damn, that's just crazy.
I mean, me not caring one way or the other is not making this woman get killed. I mean, it's just
I
it
know.
fucking
it's
happens.
just- that's crazy. You know what? It just goes to show, though, you can go around the fucking corner and get killed.
Shit.
Like, it could happen at any fucking time.
Give
It's
me a
like-
minute to watch it. Just 1 minute.
You want to watch it?
I'm not watching it, but
Oh shit! You watched it?
I won't watch it. I refuse.
I didn't say you had to. I mean, holy shit!
I'm just gonna watch it really quickly.
Oh my god. All right. Oh my god. Are you gonna watch the Steampunk? He's probably already watching it.
Yeah, I was watching it, but
Oh my
it's a
god.
commercial. It was a commercial. Yeah,
It's
that's why
a
you should have.
commercial?
That's why you should have your DNA on backup so you can clone a new body.
Yeah.
I haven't actually watched it because the commercial.
I'm gonna say
the
something
commercial, I had to
positive.
pause the commercial.
Yeah, positive. Okay, Jacob, positive, yeah. Yeah, Jacob.
Okay. For the whole entire panel here, okay, I've got to ask, who or what has inspired all of you in life? Like, it can be anyone, like a family member, superhero.
That's
from
kind of
TV
a
show.
weird question, being that we're going to answer it and then go right back to the article. Because Connor's going to be... I can't... I don't know.
I've just watched it. It's not graphic, but it's really not that bad. I know that what happened is obviously...
Yeah, that's terrible, dude.
Where was Spider-Man? How come he didn't swoop in and save her?
Well,
God,
my
yeah.
question was, you see the people looking at her? Like, why don't they just grab her?
Well, to be quite honest,
Right.
how
Happened too
quickly
fast.
do you think in reality they would have had to react?
Right, they're just like...
Yeah, you react. I think it's just you're so shocked by something like that happening. It's your reaction is just time is just gone. You don't
Yeah.
Right.
I personally blame no one for that.
Yeah, that's nobody's fault, but, I mean, it's a person who...
Freak accident, that.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
But...
Well, thank God the mother reacted in time and saved her son.
Well, yeah. Jeez. And then all this crazy news that we have out there lately. I mean, look what happened to now Whitney Houston's daughter. She's
Yeah.
like a vegetable for like months. And finally they pulled the plug.
When people say that people are vegetables, it just makes no sense to me. But you know,
Well,
I
but then
get
the brain, okay, the brain activity
Yeah,
has ceased, and a machine is basically pumping the chest cavity, you know, where the thing is breathing, like making it breathe, but the soul is gone, and whatever is gone, and it's just, she's
Wait.
dead.
What?
Well, I'm not going to get into the soul thing or whatever.
I mean,
There's
when-
not going to be coming to. I'm sorry, I apologize.
You mean her
whenever someone says
fairy, her fairy tale spirit has disappeared?
Right, okay. We're
I
not
just
going to
imagine
get into.
savage
We're
of
not
that.
going to get into that. The body is just dead.
Jesus.
Why did
Yeah.
you say she's lost consciousness? That's the more apt description. The
Well,
person.
It's beyond lost consciousness. It's where the consciousness can't be regained.
Well, she's in a
That's what
coma,
it
you know.
is. Yeah,
Right.
which is kind of weird because you would think if you had a soul, then being affected, damage to the body shouldn't affect the soul because the soul is not actually the body, and that's why it's kind of interesting to see the people that have brain injuries. They can completely change their personalities, and people that have had ailments like that. But you would think if they had a soul that wouldn't inherently affect who they are, their personality. So that's a little odd, but yeah, that's just science. Kind of
Right.
fucking funny science. So.
Yeah. Speaking of science,
Yeah.
what's this stuff going on with Pluto?
The dog from
Well,
Disney.
Pluto has
Oh.
unusual geology. I can tell you about
There you
Pluto.
go.
Didn't they take a
Uh,
close-up picture of the
Hold
surface?
on. They were surprised by Pluto because there's mountains on Pluto. And the mountains are less than 100 million years old. So it has been recently geologically active. It has apparently a thick atmosphere. I think it's nitrogen. And
Pluto has a tail.
okay, I didn't hear about that. part.
Not literally a dog, but like a. This just came
No,
out today. Actually.
Have you ever seen a picture of a comic, Coast? Because they've taken pictures of a lot of different comics.
I'll get the article and see. If I
But
can
the surprising thing about the geology that's kind of intriguing to me is that they expected Pluto to resemble a comet. There should be mostly rock and ice and dead and not have any geological activity. And they were actually surprised by this whole mountain range, and apparently the planet's geologically active for some reason. Even though it gets very little energy from the sun. I think it gets like 1/200 or something like that. I may be off.
Well, I'm
Yeah.
going to share the article, and David could read it, or Connor could read it. Right here.
David,
hold on.
are you gonna end up watching Heroes Reborn?
Probably not.
Okay.
So you got it, David, or Connor, whoever wants to do it?
Connor, you want to try that?
I'll do this, yeah.
Okay.
You sound like a more intelligent person than me, so.
I can't wait till New Horizons gets to
Yes.
Setna. To Setna, because Setna is actually bigger than Pluto. That's another dwarf planet.
Says new images returned from NASA's New Horizons, a spacecraft. Piss off, adverts.
Piss off.
As a spacecraft are unveiling a world that's evolving in slow motion. Glaciers made of nitrogen ice creep across its surface. Hazes cycle through its puffy atmosphere, and the dark organic compounds rain down. Pluto has a very interesting history, and there is a lot of work that needs to be done to understand this very complicated place. New Horizons principal investigator Alan Stern said during a press briefing Friday. It's been just 10 days since New Horizons flew by Pluto and its 5 known moons on July 14th. Since then, scientists have learned that the frosted dwarf planet is no stagnant husk of rock. Everything they've looked at appears to be in some kind of flux. It's surprising to see the amount of activity, they say, on such a small world in a part of the solar system where failed planetary building blocks revolve in perpetual dust. We have actual evidence for recent geological activity, says team member Bill McKinnon of Washington University in St. Louis. Such a discovery is simply a dream come true. Some of the images released July 24th zoomed in on a proportion of Pluto's surface, informally called Tombaugh Regia, better known as the Heart. This part of the planet hosts some of the most strikingly varied terrains. While the Heart itself is relatively smooth, the terrain sculpted its edges are not. Steep, icy mountains in eroded, pock-marked landscapes ring part of the Heart's western half. In the north, at the rim of a vast ice field known as Sputnik Planum, glaciers made of flowing nitrogen ice are brushing up against surface bumps. In the south, where mountain ranges named after Mount Everest climbers Edmund Hillary and Tenzing Norgay have punched through the surface, non-ice waters are flowing around and surrounding those mountains and pooling in large impact craters. Nitrogen ice, carbon monoxide ice, methane ice. These ices are geologically soft and malleable, even at Pluto's conditions, and they will flow in the same way that glaciers do on the Earth. This is a really young unit, says McKinnon.
I have something to say about that.
Yeah.
I mean, I took a course in geology, so I understand a little bit. I'm not an expert by far, but the amount of geological activity on the surface of Pluto, to me, suggests that it must have an iron molten core, and that would explain all the geological activity and the mountain range, and the reason why, like on the surface, it might be really cold, but there's stuff moving and there's tectonics in action. That's my theory. I mean, I can't prove that it has an iron core, but hold on, my iPhone is popping up. But I'm disconnecting my iPhone. Sorry about that. Yeah, I would suggest that it probably has a small iron core, and that's generating heat, and that's what's creating tectonic action and the mountain range that you see on the surface. If it was just they originally predicted that Pluto would have a composition similar to a comet of just being rock and ice. If that were the case, then it would be geologically dead, and it wouldn't have mountain range, it wouldn't have all this geological activity. So that's fascinating to me, and hopefully to you guys.
Well, yeah, like I share an interest in stuff like this, particularly the
I wonder.
stuff that's going on.
There should be a spectrometer. They should be able to detect if it has a magnetic field. Because if it has an iron core, I need to do more research about that. I don't know about. But if it has an iron core, like I theorized, then they should have detected at least a minimal magnetic field.
It shares kind of like a resemblance with the moon, in a way.
Well, the moon's kind of geologically dead now. It used to not be, but it is geologically dead. But the Pluto is not as geologically dead as the moon because they said the mountain range was created less than 100 million years ago. I think the features on the moon, like moon has mountains and craters, but there was a lack of craters on the surface of Pluto, unlike the moon, because the surface is relatively new. And all the geological features on the moon, I think, were created like 1 billion years ago. They're relatively, old compared to the surface of Pluto.
Right. So that's that.
So it's more fascinating to me. Pluto is a more fascinating planetoid. Planetoid object could be either a dwarf planet or a full-size planet. So when you're just describing something as generic, I usually just refer to it as a planetoid object. But when you're talking about a planetoid object like Pluto, I find it a lot more fascinating than the moon. The moon to me is really boring. You had the light in the moon.
Right.
I don't know. I love geology. I love planetary science.
Well, this podcast became a train wreck all of a sudden in the last 10 minutes.
Because of me.
Man.
That's fucking fascinating. No, it's not because of you. The topic's just boring. I mean, it's interesting to talk about it on a certain level, but it's like, geeking out over it and talking all scientific about it and shit. It's like...
Well, here's the thing. I didn't want to, just do the news articles with, the movies and the
hear more
comics.
I'm very analytical when it comes to planetary science. Sorry, my bad. Go ahead.
I didn't hear his comment. What did he say? I caught the back end of that.
I said, well, no, I just said that I figured we'd
No, Chris.
I said I was very analytical when it comes to planetary science. Sorry, I find it very fascinating. Maybe most people don't.
Well, yeah, it is, but I mean, listening to boring people talk about it's not fun.
All right.
I mean, I would include myself in that. I mean, that's why I left myself out of that. But I mean, it's like, the idea is cool, but it's like, iron magma core and this and, all this shit. It's like, okay. I mean...
Right.
Yeah.
All right, well, I mean, we tried something different, and
well,
let's go back to Gambit movie right now.
God.
That's why I like hanging out with geologists and engineers. I think.
Why don't you become a geologist and an engineer? Maybe that could be your job.
Don't have any money. Don't have any money.
Go to Kepler 452b. And,
go to Kepler.
Yeah.
What?
Connor, you want to read that, Connor?
How long would it take humans to reach Earth 2, and could we live there? Well, I mean, if it's similar to Earth, then of course we could live there, surely.
Right.
Well, where's Earth 2 at?
Kepler 452b.
That's like... Isn't it like
that's right. Connor, read the article. They found it. They found this thing.
It's 1,400 light years from Earth. About 8 trillion miles from here, which means it would take the best part of a millennium and a half to reach it.
Shit.
That's without any wormhole technology.
As far as Pluto, you could live on the surface of Pluto, but it's like 200 degrees below zero.
Yeah, that's too long to wait to get somewhere.
I'd rather be a skeleton. Fucking waiting for that shit.
Yeah, I mean,
you would need a way to keep yourself warm, and you would need a power generator.
Jacob, didn't you try to apply to be sent to Mars or something? Didn't you
yes,
say that?
I tried to, but I didn't get in.
I wonder why.
I thought your mum applied, not you.
Who applied?
I remember Jacob telling me that his mum applied for him.
Oh, there's one. Yeah, I'm very fascinated with that. I'd like to see if they actually do it.
That's
they were looking for couples, though. They were looking for stable married couples. So if you're not,
good luck finding that.
Well, no, because if you're going to be, it takes 9 months to get to Mars with space.
You never saw the movie Mars Needs Women?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have not. I have not seen that movie.
Come on. Come on.
Ready? Have you seen Spider-Woman the movie?
Now we go back to comic books. All right.
The comic book Spider-Woman?
All right. On that note, we tried
Dude.
something different. It didn't work. I apologize.
Well, wait, we got
I think it worked. I think this stuff is fascinating. Damn it! I think this shit is fascinating. I don't understand why people find planetary science so boring. It's very.
One, two,
singing.
three.
Okay, he's singing Michael Jackson.
One, two, three.
I'm sorry, Jackson 5. Apologize.
Let me go.
Oh, actually, Michael Jackson's dad is like, I think he had a stroke. And then-
Yeah.
Damn, he died.
He was in Brazil, had a stroke. He's in intensive care.
Oh my God.
So
Wow.
he might be going to see Michael real soon.
That's, come on.
I actually found out something really interesting. Apparently, I just found this out. I don't know if you guys knew about it or whatever. Did you know that Michael Jackson actually wanted to play Jar Jar Binks?
I heard about that, yeah.
He is fucking Jar Jar.
He wanted to play. Really? I didn't hear about that.
He was a Men in Black. He was a Men in Black.
He talked to George Lucas about the role, but I think there were two factors that a lot of people believe ultimately made George Lucas turn him down.
Well, no,
There's a million factors.
actually, a lot of people don't know. There's actually 3 factors because one of them was they didn't provide him with enough children on the set. So.
Okay.
I was
Oh.
gonna say, it wasn't that about the time that he was a
Alright, hold on.
kitty
So
fiddler.
legitimately, a lot of people think George Lucas was worried that Michael Jackson would be actually bigger than the movie that was actually coming out, and seeing how much of a piece of crap Phantom Menace was, I think we can agree with that. But
Phantom Menace was not a piece of crap. It was a good movie.
I think
regardless, moving on. The second part is that Michael Jackson actually wanted to do prosthetics and makeup instead of CGI, which
Oh, for
at the
Christ's
time,
sake.
George Lucas was very much against that and wanted to use CGI to create Jar Jar. So,
Well, can you imagine Jar Jar doing the moonwalk?
First of all, like, he's gonna start dancing around like as Jar Jar.
Doing
That-
the moonwalk?
I mean, that's ridiculous.
Can I dance around as Jar Jar?
No.
Ah!
Well, there's a rumor that Jar Jar might be in Episode 7. He didn't die.
no. If he is a
I bet you remember on the phone. Give it me. What about?
Oh my god.
remember when Michael Jackson was a little black kid?
When was that?
I know. I mean, it seems like so long ago.
Bring me some young Padawans to the
Oh,
stage.
God. Stop it.
Come look at my lightsaber.
Stop it. That's terrible. That's terrible.
Come here, kiddies.
Awful.
Come here.
That's awful.
I want you to go to the dark side, if you know what I mean.
No.
He probably prods the kids up the ass.
Oh
with
my
the lightsaber.
God. Oh my God. All right, get me another article.
All right.
Joke.
That's a bit of exciting news, and yeah, I know Mikey's not gonna like it, but whatever.
Last article.
Three under the bus. All right. Anyway, so as you guys know, I went on the show before saying that DC at Comic-Con announced that a animated movie based off of the Alan Moore graphic novel *The Killing Joke*, one of the most popular Joker stories of all time, is getting an animated film adaptation. And just as I hoped, Mark Hamill will be returning to voice the Joker. So, Mark Hamill is set to reprise his role as the voice of the Joker in the upcoming Batman: The Killing Joke, a DTV animated adaptation of the iconic Alan Moore graphic novel. Hamill
Okay.
plays the character in Batman the Animated Series, Batman Beyond: Return of the Joker, and in the Batman Arkham video games. Hamill was asked several weeks ago about the possibility, but he couldn't say. Sources have since talked with Collider and confirmed that Hamill has already recorded his voice acting for the film,
Oh my God.
due for a direct-to-video release next year.
Let me ask you a question. This is very serious now. Okay. In this movie, does the Joker rape Barbara Gordon?
Okay, personally, I go with what was given in the official release of The Killing Joke, in which case...
I own the...
Is this an animated movie?
Now, here's the thing.
Hold on.
Alan Moore has since come out and said that in his original idea for this, yes, there was going to be a rape scene. But I do not see the Killing Joke as what it was going to be, but rather what we were given. So in that regard, no, I do not believe the Joker raped her. Shot her, took the photos to basically drive.
So he stripped her naked and just did whatever.
That's it. I do not believe that the Joker raped her, and if you want to think he raped her, that's fine. I don't think he did.
Okay.
That's me personally. I don't think they're going to go that route, though.
The Killing Joke was altered from the original one that was released. You do know that, right? Like
Yeah.
The one. Okay, I own the original one. So you're saying in the original one that didn't happen?
I don't think that happened.
I would have to disagree. I mean, I'm going to lean towards it.
Well,
I don't know. But it is.
Got Michael Jackson to play the Joker.
Oh, shut it.
Nah, but it is interesting. Okay, it is interesting that is going to be made into a animated R-rated movie, right?
Well, the thing is, this is the thing that not a lot of people understand, is that DC has been making a lot more darker animated films.
I saw that Wonder Woman. I know.
And in that regard, I really think like DC over the years has been trying to tackle a lot more mature themes in their movies. So when Batman
Steampunk, stop with the noise.
When Batman Beyond Return of the Joker came out, there was actually they had to redo the Joker's death scene for the TV release of the film, where Tim Drake, now in the original theatrical, like the uncut version, Tim Drake shot the Joker, but in the TV cut of the film, he merely shoved the Joker into some wires, electrocuting him, which I feel was a lot more disturbing than just shooting him. But in that case,
when is this coming out, though?
All they're saying is next year.
Next year.
Now, and I will be buying that because I want to see
I'll be buying that.
Mark Hamill as the Joker. I don't.
Yeah, you said something very interesting.
Of Jack Nicholson, Heath Ledger, Cesar Romero, Jared Leto, whatever, I will always associate Mark Hamill as the real Joker.
Yeah, boy.
But he's Luke Skywalker.
Yep, he fell to the dark side and laughed the whole way there.
All right.
And now back to Michael Jackson.
On that note,
Joseph, you said something interesting. You said that the Wonder Woman DC movie was really dark.
There was, well, she basically talked about sex and all kinds of other stuff, right?
Steampunk, we're talking about Justice League, Gods and Monsters.
Yeah. We'll talk to you about it.
Justice League of the Monsters? Okay. I'll have to check that out.
God damn.
She's, whatever she was doing with Steve Trevor, she was talking about, whatever. All right. On that note.
Real Hoovians.
Yeah?
Yes.
Well, I mean, Wonder Woman's kind of like a bondage outfit anyway, so it only makes sense.
Yeah. Take care, bye for now.